This is just a quick little assignment to teach you 4 new tools. So we're going to look at curves first. So if I go to my add menu and add a curve, we'll add a Bezier curve. I'll go into edit mode. And when you click on these points, you get these handles. And the handles control the curve. So if I grab like this side, it controls where that curve is going. I can extrude these and create more points. If I scale this in and out, like if it's really close, you're going to get a sharp point. If it's out further, you're going to get more rounded. And then we're going to go to our Object Data Properties menu, which is this green icon. We're going to open up Geometry, and then under Bevel Depth, we're just going to click and drag to the right there. And we get a tube. If we want to adjust the thickness of these, you can open up your N panel and change the radius, or you can press Alt S, and that will change the radius of that. You can fill caps. If you want to extrude, you can do that. And then when it's extruded, you can use the tilt option. Okay, next we're going to talk about the bisect tool. So you can add any object. I'll go ahead and add a sphere here. And you go into edit mode and it will cut whatever you have selected. So I'm just going to press A to select all. So make sure it's all highlighted. And then you need to be an edge selection. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to do bisect. And then I click and drag and it'll make a cut, but it doesn't do anything. So we're going to open up this menu that's down in the bottom left here. And we can do clear outer or clear inner. So in this case, I'll do clear inner. And then it's got a hole in it, so we'll click fill. So I'll press A to select all again, right click, bisect, and then it's based on which direction it's facing. So if I want to cut that way, I'll just keep doing that until I have the shape that I'm looking for. Okay, next we'll move on to lattice. We're going to add a cube, and this could be any object, but it needs geometry. The lattice allows us to bend our objects non-destructively. So what we'll need is some geometry for it to actually bend. So I'm going to go into edit mode, and with everything selected, I'll just right click and then subdivide. And then in this lower left corner menu, I'll just increase it. And then if that's not there, you just open it up. Okay, next I'm going to add a new object. It's Shift A, and then we're going to add a lattice. And it's going to be smaller than the cube. So I'm going to scale that up, and we want it just maybe a little bit bigger than the cube. And then we're going to go to the object data properties on the lattice, and then we have resolution. And you can see when we increase that, it increases the resolution of the lattice. Now I'll select my cube, and I'll go to the modifier tab, add modifier, and we're going to deform because this is a deforming property or tool. And then I'll select lattice. And then we need to choose the lattice. And now if I click on the lattice and I go into edit mode and I move some points around, it's going to move the cube. But if I go to this cube and I turn off the lattice, see it's non-destructive. So this is a good way to get cartoony things or to adjust the overall feel of your object without destroying what you've done. And then lastly, we're going to use the skin modifier. So I'm going to create a cube or a plane, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go into edit mode and I'm going to delete all the vertices, or I can merge these all into one. So I'll just merge at center. And then if I extrude that up, then we have like a line here. And I'm going to add a modifier. It's under generate, and we want skin. And now if I adjust this, you can see what's happening. I'm going to press E to extrude this out. Now this is different than what you do with a curve, because with this I can extrude off of one point. A curve won't let you do multiple extrusions like that. So you can create a tree or something like that. If something's not working, like if you don't have this root here, you need to click on mark root so that it knows where to have the root of the skin modifier. And then if we want to adjust the thickness of this, it's Control A. So it's different than the curve. So Control A will adjust the thickness. And if we wanted to make this more round, we could just add a subdivision surface modifier. Right, and that's those tools. So you just have to show me that you understand how to use them, and that's it.